Hey, welcome to the after show. Thanks so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it big time. And I got something to say about these 6.5 7th gen. Some people say there's no such thing as a 7th gen. The most controversial and annoying iPod to me personally. So I mean, like, to get out the way, you know, just the fact of how hard these things are to open. It's like a tomb. Like, so I got in actually pretty okay. I was blown away how easy I got in, but that's just because I've had a lot of practice. I've completely destroyed one of these, my first attempt at trying to get in. And then, you know, you see the DankPod Pro, you know, like, whew, I actually sanded the outside of this to hide how brutal the damage was from having to get in and out so many times. And we still got to get in and out once more because I destroyed the screen. My dislike of these goes beyond just being hard to open. They can be deceptive as well. This is a 6th gen. This is an 80 gigo all-mate special, and these guys can only mod up to 128 gigs. That's it. I've put 256 in one of these, only 128 shows, and so many people have reached out to me to say the exact same thing, and you know, I'm so sorry. Welcome to the 6th gen. It is super annoying. Whereas the 7th gen, which looks exactly the same thickness, the 160 gig slim models, they're the ones that can get up to a terabyte and start doing fun play stuff. The reason why the 6th gens can't do it is they've got like a weird formatting for the hard drive and such. I've never really understood it. I know with Rockbox you can get around it. I'm not the biggest on Rockbox, so I usually just like to run them as they are. But there's actually a bigger thing about these that I hate. So not even modding them, just general usage of these. I don't know. So in my cheapest iPod video, you saw that I was talking about, you know, the black and white screens, how easy they are to see, you know, in a car or when you're walking around outside. They get more visible with sunlight. There you go, like case in point, when the backlight goes off, invisible. Look at that, no backlight. Both of these iPods are on, by the way. And yeah, which one can you read? Ooh, baby, I want that chungus. So the way I like to use my iPods is my iMac is my jukebox that all my music lives on. And basically all these guys are just music shufflers. And when I find a song that I like, I give it 5 stars. And when I sync it to the iMac, it updates that. And then that's how I'm growing, you know, I'm sorting through my music collection effectively, which is why I got so excited when the DingusPod 7th Gen Touch would sync to this, because then I can use it with the others. And so I work as a musician. Like, I've played so many songs to death. I've had to learn them inside and out. I'm usually just after finding new music, and you know, if it sounds terrible, I don't care, you know, when it's on shuffle, because then I have fun tearing strips out of it as a musician. You know, why don't I like it? Something that annoys me about these guys is while you listen to music, they will default to the clock, to the time. I hate that. And the only way to get around that is to have the backlight on constantly, which is honestly the whole reason why I put the big Chungo battery in the 1TB iPod, was so I can just run this with the backlight on all the time to get around that annoying thing. I mean, when this guy was released, the iPhone just came out. And so for some reason, they tried to give this thing more functionality by, you know, always displaying the time or something. It's just the most annoying thing to me. I hated it. I can't find a way to get around it. No, I don't want to use Rockbox just to get rid of a clock. But basically, I mean, while you're driving along and you find a song that you like, you basically got to press it like 2 or 3 times before you can even see what the song is that I've liked. That's dangerous while driving. And then it's the durability side of things. So these are anodized aluminium. So when they get scratched, that's it. That top layer gets shaved off. These guys get big, bright, shiny spots. These ones not so much. I mean, you know, whereas, I mean, I showed you with this guy how the plastic ones, you can buff and sand them and actually bring them back. I mean, this whole thing looked like this. I dragged it along the road. like a freakish keychain. And yeah, I could do the whole thing. I don't wanna. I love this two-phase vibe on this iPod kind of thing. But yeah, that came back fine. You know, the 5th gen ones, they're plastic front as well, so you can use the exact same tricks to get these going. Only these guys can you not do this trick because they're anodized aluminium. But it is cool that you can get like kits for red ones and such. Oh, it's gonna look so good. And the black back and 1TB. Yeah. And on top of all of this kind of like, you know, drama with these old guys is the fact that, like, they sold these for 7 years. The iPod was 7 years old when this came out. That, like, half the iPod Classics lineage is right here with this model. I mean, I had one. It's the only iPod I ever bought brand new. new was one of these, I think in 2011, because it was 250 bucks brand new for a 160 gig music player. Yes, please. Lots of people bought them. These are actually very common, and unfortunately it means lots of people need to open these to get them working again. Or they got piles of 6th gens and people don't realize that you can't actually mod them very far. That said, 128 gigs worth of music is a lot. In terms of darkness of the screens, these are the darkest. The 5th gen ones, they're nowhere near as dark. Like, you can actually see, just even when it's off, you can see it looks a little bit lighter. They did that to make the blacks better, so the video quality is better. I mean, yeah, this one is a lot brighter, but I think that's backlight technology more than anything. But let's face it, nowadays, you know, who's watching videos purely on this? And that's my whinge about these. I don't know, what do you guys think about these model ones? I mean, they look good, they feel good, I like how heavy they are. The metal is nice, it's just a shame that it doesn't wear very well, it's just prone to damage, it's hard to open, and all that. But anyways, thanks so much for the support. Heaps more vids coming. We're just getting started, let me tell you. And I'll see y'all next time.